So it turns out the one thing that fish know nothing about is water, because they're immersed in it. They don't know what it means to be dry. Similarly, we are immersed in our media, and we don't understand the impact it's having on our lives. I would argue that not only have we entered the digital age, the digital age has entered us. The way we act, the way we think, the way we socialize, even the way we make love has changed drastically in the last 10 years. I have a hypothesis as to why. I think there are two reasons. One, we're exposed to such different realities. I mean, it's so different from the life that I grew up in, pre-internet. And what's interesting is we're lost over there, and we're constantly recording our lives and trying to participate in this media heap. But before we record our lives using media, we need to understand media. I'm an artist. And I'll tell you something tricky about media. Every form of media, drawing, painting, film, photography, music, every form of media always began mimicking or representing truth. But it only matured after it transcended the need to represent truth. So for me, a motion picture is not a galloping horse, but a galloping fantasy. Now, if this is the case, the media-enriched generation are living two lives, where reality is only a reference point in the real lives we now live. If this is the case, then why do we open the New York Times and look at the photograph to see what's happening in Syria? Why do we look at Facebook photos to see what's happening with our friends' lives? Here's another hypothesis. I think it's because of judgment. Earlier, God was the ultimate witness, and God was replaced by the eyewitness, who was then replaced by the camera or the photograph. And nothing has come to replace the photo since. But can the photo ever tell the truth? And this is a question I want you to think about. I'm going to take you to one of the most famous, iconic photos in American history. This picture sparked an anti-war sentiment in America. What we do know is that general mercilessly shot point blank in front of all the journalists, that innocent Viet Cong prisoner. But what we don't know is that innocent guy had just massacred a whole bunch of people. What we don't know is the photographer Eddie Adams said that he actually killed the general with his camera. What we don't know is that Eddie Adams said the photo is lying. It is the most powerful photo we know of. Now look at this photo. It's virtually impossible for the naive eye to distinguish this as a fake. One of the most viral photos after 9/11. I want to take you to a more recent photo, and this is really sad. It's a photo that's happening now. It's going viral now. It's a Syrian orphan sleeping next to his parents. What we don't know is it's actually an artist and his nephew doing an art installation, nothing to do with Syria. Now, can we depend on the photograph to tell the truth? I think not. We're now even performing for the camera. So I think that we're now not only just recording the lives we live, we're also starting to live the lives we record. And this could be both dangerous and exciting. And I'm guilty as charged, because on my Facebook, you'll find the most cute, beautiful photographs of my babies. But what you don't know is it could be a hellhole back home. And my wife's not listening, no, Julian. But you know, the truth is these photographs have nothing to do with the truth. They have more to do with the father I want to be. So maybe, just maybe, if we start imagining a world that's a little better, we may start living it. So my hypothesis is that the photograph is not about truth. We need today to relieve it of that burden. We need to see photographs as someone's point of view on life, where the photograph is not important. It is actually the person taking it. It's his point of view that actually matters. This is something I've been feeling very strongly about as an artist, and I've used this in my artwork. But then I have an announcement to make. I actually have taken a sabbatical from art when things are going well, and And I've decided to become a technologist and work with brilliant people to try and start something called Flipsicle. And what we're doing over here is reimagining the future as the visual web. And the future of the visual web is not about the photo as a unit of truth. It is about photo as a unit of empathy. You know, I have children who are now little fish who've never known what it means to be dry. And I think about what kind of bubble do I want to bring them up in? And I cannot promise my children a life without bias. I am Indian. We're biased. We are all biased, actually. But the truth is I can bias my children with as many perspectives as possible. So what we believe is the filter is not really sepia or 1977. It's you. Thank you very much.